already know just where I be, dog. I ain't being cocky, but Philly what I'm reppin'. Watch me check it like it's hockey. I ain't tryna get it twisted. If you get it, then you got me. If you with it, cool. If not, I'll treat you like a Tamagotchi. I'ma let you down point. Yeah, I never disappoint.
What's going on, guys? JHoyt back with you today. Today we are on some, what is it, Hut Champions or whatever it is called. So if you guys haven't seen this, it is basically a new thing where if you're a high ranked player and you qualify, you can be in this, I don't really want to call it a league, but it's in this, I guess, season. And you play 40 games against some of the best players on your platform. And you see how you do, and if you place well, you get good rewards, and if you don't place well, you get less good rewards. So I was able to qualify for it, so obviously I'm in the league or season or whatever you want to call it. So if I call it a league, I probably will at some point more in this video, but either way, guys, that's the gameplay we have in the background. This is actually the first game I have played of NHL in a few days, and it is the first game of the Hut Champions season. So I really wanted to talk about this Hut Champions thing because after playing a very, very long weekend of about 30 games played of NHL 18, I have noticed a lot of things about NHL 18 and more specifically, and this Hut Champions thing, what could be improved on it, and what could players as a whole do to change it. So let's just start right off with, the general concept of the Hut Champions thing. So the rewards are pretty good. I think you get like a 99 Pavel Bure, and I think the second season or the second round or whatever it is a Mark Messier. So that's pretty cool. So you get, I guess, unique rewards. I don't know if they're tradable or untradeable. So if they're tradable, then I guess it's not nearly as unique because you could just sell them. But if they are untradeable, then I guess you're the only person, along with the people that get that card, that's unique to you. So that's really, really cool. But what I've noticed a lot with the Hut Champions and the online seasons and the online play of NHL 18 is, one, every single game mode online plays completely differently. I don't know if anyone else notices this, but you have your normal online seasons, right? The normal online play for Hockey Ultimate Team. Now that gameplay is super, super fast paced. Now for a person that likes to play at a faster pace and not just, cycle around and, work up a play, I like to, have a pretty fast paced, fast play style. It usually would suit me, but it's a little too fast, right? It was like NHL 17 at the end of the game fast. Like it's an unplayable speed because, especially when you're used to playing competitive seasons, that gameplay is a little tiny bit slower, and it's a little bit more puck possession based rather than just fly at everything and just attack. Like, it's not full attack mode. It's more of a little bit of a slower game style. But then as you get to the Champions Season League thing, the Hut Champions, once you get there, it goes back to competitive seasons type gameplay. Now, along with having the gameplay at like different speeds, I guess I'll call them, in the three different, I guess, main Hut online game modes, that's really frustrating because if you go from playing competitive seasons all the time like I do to there being no seasons available other than the online season, so you play an online seasons game and then it's completely different, so it takes you a couple of games to get used to it again, and then you go back to competitive seasons or you start playing in this Champions thing, then it's completely different. So it's going to take you a few games to get accustomed to the different pace of play, I'll call it. So that is extremely frustrating in that aspect. So I don't know if it's just myself or the players I'm playing against or if it's the actual game itself, but just something, no matter what online game mode it plays, it just seems completely different. And that goes for online versus and shootout and everything else too. But we're not going to get into that in this video. But either way, the main point I wanted to make in this video was the Hut Champions thing in general. So I consider myself to be a good player, right? I've never really made that a secret. I consider myself to be a pretty good player. Obviously, I'm not the best player. I know that. I don't have the best team. I know that. But I consider myself a good player, right? I understand the game pretty well. I played enough to know how to break the system in a sense. But the players I have been playing against, in this Hut Champions thing have been a lot of the same players who like to abuse every single part of NHL 18 as possible. So when I'm going from competitive seasons, dominating majority of my games, I'd say about 70-80% of my games, when I'm just dominating teams, and I'm just consistently outplaying teams, and I go to this Hut Champions thing, and then these guys are abusing every single part of the computers, trying to get every single animation goal working, trying to, abuse, the line change bugs and glitches, and trying to abuse, the flat-footed defenseman. And I'm going to come out with a video probably in like a week or so that's going to show, a big part of why they abuse what they do. Check out this sick little goal, by the way. Little Stamkos pump fake to Nylander on the right-hand side there. That was really sick. I went pretty nuts when that happened. But these guys like to abuse everything possible. Now, there's like those things like one-timers and DDD 1Ts and, everything like that are like those cheese spots that, I like to go to myself. But these guys, there has been a lot of guys that'll get on a breakaway or get on, a semi-break where I'm back defending, but they'll still go to that short side, little forehand, backhand, that little short side cheese goal. I'm pretty sure if I counted every single goal that's been scored against me, probably like 60% of them have been those. So that's really frustrating. But the last thing I'll mention in this video, guys, is obviously for a person that played, I think it was 31 games in total, 31 games this weekend, I've learned a lot about myself and, how I want to play. And with playing the Hut Champions has brought to me a lot of things I've been doing wrong, as a player, but a lot of people like to abuse, everything that's broken about the game, and that is a super most frustrating part of, online play for NHL 18. But anyway, guys, as this video wraps up here, this guy's going to end up rage quitting after this goal. But I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, make sure to hit that like button down below. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. And as always, guys, we'll see you next time.
I want you forever, even when we're not together. Scars on my body so I can take you wherever. Like, I want you forever, even when we're not together. Scars on my body, I can look at you and never